Hello. Is this better? Can you hear me? Please tell me. Seems to be doing fine on my side. Okay, you can hear me? Thank God. Christ. My God. Sorry, everyone. Clearly, it's been some time. I don't know what that was about. I had to re-give StreamYard permission to use my internal mic. So I guess I don't need my headset. Anyway. All right, let's start over. I am streaming again. It's been a little while. November was really hectic and crazy, and I'm trying to kind of pick up the pieces of my YouTube writing life a little bit. So yeah, I'm sorry I've been gone a little while, but I'd love to hear what you guys are working on tonight, and how your projects are going. How is your post-nano life? Are you recovered? Are you excited for the new year? Are you just ready to snurdle up? I learned what the word snurdle means, just to cozy up in blankets. And yeah, for me tonight, I am going to be reading. I usually take the month of December off from writing, so I'm going to be reading tonight. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me. I'm not seeing comments. Let me know. And yeah, so the deal is I am reading a book that I have had from my best friend that she kindly let me borrow. And I've had it for such an unspeakably long time. I don't think she's watching tonight, but I will be, when I send this back to her, I will be sending a Barnes & Noble gift card along with it, because I truly owe her such a big apology. And also, this book is amazing, and I hate that it took me so long to get to it. I am not usually a book crier, but I cried in the middle of this book. It's a real emotional story. It's a historical story, historical fiction, which has been really nice. It's been a long time since I read more literary fiction, especially historical fiction. And this has just been amazing. It is called Burnt Shadows by Camilla Shamsi, I think. And it opens with a survivor of the atomic bomb on Nagasaki. So it's really heavy subject material, but it follows that person's life as she leaves Japan and, keeps essentially starting new lives over for herself. And wow, it's really touching me, and I really want to finish it. I have about 100 pages left. And if by some miracle I finish that on the stream tonight, I will move on to a study in drowning, which I just got from the library. I'm really excited because this is the first physical book I've ever taken out from my library. I finally got the motivation to dig my library card out of its hiding place and go figure out how to request books for pickup. So I'm no longer just doing Libby. I'm actually going to go get physical books, which I really am happy about. And this one looks like dark academia, I think, which I am really excited about. So that's me. Sorry, that was a really, really long book ramble. So let's say hi, Melon. I'm definitely much slower, but still writing. I may regret it come January. Is that because you're afraid you're going to be burnt out by the time January comes? But that's so awesome that you've continued your momentum. That's so great. And I know you told me you're about to hit 80K, which is insane. And I love that for you so much. Yay, it'll also be a reading stream for Michael. And for Mars, I'm doing short story stuff tonight, just conceptualizing. Very cool. I would love to know what your concept is if you feel like sharing, or the genre. I haven't written any short fiction in a long time, so I would love to know your ideas, where they come from. I couldn't read something that heavy at the moment. Yeah. I normally wouldn't have picked it up either, but my friend was coming to visit me last week. And so I was using that as like a deadline, like to try and finish it by the time she came to visit so I could give it back to her. That did not end up working out. I only got about halfway through, but yeah, I think I've learned a really good lesson from this book about not avoiding heavier books as much as I do. I pretty much always am picking up a fantasy. I'm always picking up something escapist. But this really reminded me that historical fiction can be so immersive and feels really transportive in that same way. So yeah, good reminder for me to like really break up the fantasy, girl. You will survive. You will survive. A bit worried I'll burn out sometime soon. Yeah, maybe a break is in the cards. Maybe, I know you're trying to hit 80K tonight, and then maybe no more for the rest of the year. Hands off. Take a little rest. Been working on some short stories based on and inspired by poems. Ooh, so I'm kind of just combing through the poetry I know to find some contenders. Very cool. That's awesome. Although I'm reading Falling, which is a thriller about a pilot whose family is threatened if he doesn't crash a plane, and that's not exactly lighthearted. Ooh, yeah, that does sound really heavy. But I guess most thrillers probably have a heavy aspect to it, don't they? Well, all right. I'm so sorry that intro took such a long time, and I've really been rambling for quite a minute. So I will get us into our first sprint. And thanks for bearing with me. My goodness. Let me do a little hearing my Christmas ad. All right. Happy first sprint, everybody. We're going to do 15 for a quick warm up. All right, that is the end of our first sprint. How did we do? I read about 10 pages, so I finished a chapter, started another. So yeah, did very well. Took me 10 years this afternoon, but I managed to do my gift wrapping this afternoon. Why am I as proud of myself as I am? No, I really relate to this, Michael. Also, I forgot to show you, I wore my Christmas sweater. Ta-da! This is my favorite Christmas sweater. It has a little bell in the corner. But I completely relate to this because I feel like, I mean, this is part of the reason why I don't end up writing in December and I intentionally take December off, is because December is like a part-time job in and of itself. Like it feels like every time I turn around, I have a new task on my list, including the gift wrapping. And yeah, I just finally finished all of my shopping and stuff this week, and it's all done. Mars read through a handful of poems and set a couple aside to try and work with. That's very cool. Got about 200 words and not sure they're very good. That is okay. They don't have to be good. Some woos for the Christmas sweater. Yeah, I wish I knew what year this was from. It was I mean, it's a thrift find. I have no idea. I'm guessing 90s? I don't know. It looks like something my grandmother would wear. Has like glitter thread all outlining it. But I love it. So might keep the other 200 for a better time when I can celebrate reaching 80K. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And you have a lot to celebrate. So if you want to go to bed and get some sleep, I think that would be very valid. I have some love for the sweater. I don't have any Christmas sweaters anymore. I should buy some. Yes, I think everyone should have one at least. We've started a tradition every year of going to, there's a cocktail place here in Atlanta that does like a Christmas takeover every year. So they redo their menu with all Christmas themed cocktails. And so it's become our tradition to go there in December. And I always wear this sweater. And it's just nice to have traditions that we do every year. Like this is actually the first time that I've lived somewhere like through 2 or 3 years in a row where we can do things every year. So, that's been something special about this Christmas season, is like now Luke and I kind of have habits of Christmas here where we come home from Thanksgiving and set up our decorations, and we go to the cocktail bar in my sweater, and we go to a local like gift shop that has like locally handmade stuff, and that's where we do a lot of our stocking stuffer shopping. And so that's been nice. After like moving around so much in my early 20s. Michael says, I hear you. I still have just quick stocking stuffer run and then I'm all good to go. Nice job. Rewatching The Walking Dead. Ooh, and the first city we see overrun by zombies is Atlanta. I forgot you live there. Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they also filmed it here. Or parts of it anyway. I seem to remember that they set up a like campus up in northern Georgia, somewhere near here, where they did like zombie training camp for all the extras. So yeah, I think it might have been filmed here. I mean, there's a lot of film stuff in Atlanta, so but that's funny. I didn't know that it was actually in the first episode too. That is pretty cool. Oh, when you lived in Glasgow, they filmed World War Z there. That's cool. I've not seen that one. And I did not get to go to Glasgow on my Scotland trip, so maybe I'll watch the movie to catch some glimpses. So funny because we were like, isn't it meant to happen in the US? But I think for budget reasons. Oh, okay. So it's not set in Glasgow, but it was filmed there. Gotcha. It's cheaper to film there and pretend it was the US. Yes. Yeah. A lot of things filmed in Canada, I think, also. We watched something recently where they had set it in Boston, but it was all filmed in Vancouver. What was it? The Last of Us. Yeah. Yeah. And that was fun because obviously, like, me and Luke lived in Boston for a while. So we're like trying to pick out landmarks and stuff. And then you're like, oh, wait, it's not really Boston. Um, but yeah, all right. I will get us into our second sprint then. Let me see here. I went ahead and picked out a bunch of like winter themed sprints. That's why I was 3 minutes late, because I wanted to put together a cute playlist of Laura's winter timers. Um, hopefully you agree that it was worth it. Here we go. Okay, good luck, everybody. All right. There is the end of our second sprint. How'd we do? I did well. That went by really fast for me. I was just really fidgety. Finished my dinner and got a blanket. But yeah, just kept reading. I did come across a really funny line. Well, just really well-written line, I guess. And I'll read it to you. Here we go. Yep. It says, there was something to be said for knowing someone as well as he knew Steve. Even when you didn't like each other, your awareness of the other's temperament brought a familiarity to interactions that almost made the relationship seem intimate. And I just thought that was so well put. Yeah, I just thought that was really well put. So let me know how your sprint was for you. Let me go back, Michael. Oh, yes, we're talking about the film setting. As I recall, you can best see the town as a local would know it when Tim Allen's character is driving around with his son right before they arrive at the Denny's. Part of the movie The Santa Claus was filmed in your hometown. Oh, I did not know that, and I love that movie. The divorced dad breakfast at the Denny's, right? And of course, that's Claus with an E. Luke and I were just talking earlier today about what Christmas movies we might want to watch this weekend. And I totally forgot about the Santa Claus, but I might have to add it. I was thinking of going with the first Harry Potter because I haven't seen that in a long time. And I also really loved last year I watched the Christmas movie that Lindsay Lohan did. I think it was on Netflix, but it was very much in the vein of a Hallmark movie. And guys, it was just great. It was just really perfect and great, and like just the right amount of bad that it's good and fun to watch. If you have more presents to watch, I highly recommend it. I have no memory of what it's called, but it's the one where Lindsay Lohan like falls off a ski mountain and loses her memory. It's very good. I think Malin is probably off to sleep. Good night. I hope you're getting good rest and not staying up much later. And Mars fed the cats and got a loose outline set up for a story that I'll probably try drafting tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you're on a roll. That is awesome. And you don't have to tell me, but I would love to know like how you're going about adapting the stories. Like, is it a very close adaptation or the poems, I mean, or is it loose, abstract? What's the vibe? Planning on watching Santa Claus is Coming to Town and The Year Without a Santa Claus because those are my types of Christmas movies. Yeah, these were classics for me growing up as well. And I actually, this is so fun. When my friend was in town last week, we went to the Puppet Museum in Atlanta. And they had the little claymation figures from Santa Claus is Coming to Town and The Year Without a Santa Claus and Rudolph. And I couldn't believe how tiny they were. Like Rudolph is like this big. It's so cute. And he has like the little light bulb nose and we could see all of his wires so that you could plug them in. It was really cute. It was really precious. Michael, I'll be rewatching the Muppet Christmas Carol movie sometime in the next couple days. Nice. That also sounds really fun. I mean, they were also at the Puppet Museum. The whole half of the museum is dedicated to Jim Henson. So that was really fun. I got to see Big Bird in person. He's huge. And all the Muppets. And so I had never actually seen an episode of The Muppet Show until after that trip. We came home and watched an episode to see like what it was all about. And it was really fun. So far with the one I wrote a few weeks ago and now with this one, they are poems that tell stories. Porphyra's Lover and My Last Duchess, both by Robert Browning. So I'm following the story the poems have. But I'm flipping them to be the female perspective instead of the male perspective that the poems have, which in turn changes some things drastically and others not so much. That is really cool, Mars. That is really cool. I love that. All right, well, I will let you get back to it and we can start our next sprint. I'm just going to keep us chugging. This is going to be our longest sprint, 25 minutes. Nice Christmas tree timer. So enjoy. All right, that's the end of the third sprint, and I was completely sucked into my book and did not notice that the sprint was ending. Oh my gosh, I have about 50 pages left of my book. Ah, I can't wait to finish it. Yeah, let me know how your sprint was. That was our longest sprint. We got some love for the Christmas timer. I know I love it too. It's so glowy and Christmassy. And Adam joined us. Hi, Adam. Today was a very busy day, and YouTube was very, very late to send me a reminder about this. Oh, sorry about that. Hopefully, the party is still going strong in a very relaxed manner, I'll say. I'm here with a blanket and a book, so is that a party? I guess it is. For Mars, I was journaling and also did not notice. Okay, well, I hope that my voice did not scare you. I'm always so afraid when the sprint ends that I'm gonna frighten somebody when I'm like, hello. um, Hopefully that was not the case. For Adam, I did get 1,072 words during an outlining session a few hours before you started here. That's awesome. So you're already, off to a great start / already had a great day. Are you outlining your multi-POV project? I remember, I think over the summer I was streaming and you were working on that project that had like a million POV characters. Is this the same one? I'd love to know. Michael said, I've been doing pretty good with the reading so far. Oh, what are you reading, Michael? I'm sorry, I don't know if you said or if I asked, but I would love to know. Thank you, Mars. I'm glad to know that. All right. Well, in that case, I will go ahead and pull up our last sprint. And it is a 10-minute frost bubble timer. I'm just letting the ad play, so you don't have to watch all of the ads. I really, maybe in 2024, need to invest in YouTube Premium. I'll let the Grammarly ad play. Okay. All right, everyone. So this is going to be our last sprint. Oh, here we go. Michael said, The Poetry of Emily Dickinson, just like it sounds. That's right. You've been reading this one for a little while. Are you still loving it? I know you said you were really, really liking it, right? I hope that's still the case. For Mars, lately I've been getting this weird situation where the audio of ads play before videos, but the actual screen is black. That is weird. I don't know. Maybe that's preferable for an ad experience. If instead of getting attacked visually and audio, you just have to listen to it and not see it. Yeah, if you have a favorite Emily Dickinson poem, Michael, by the way, I would love to know it. I only know, the most popular ones. So if you have any other recommendations, drop them in the chat. Adam says, not the same project, and I'm so embarrassed at not recalling which project the summer one was. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I think you had said it maybe was like an older one that you were refreshing yourself on or digging into, but that's totally okay. You're working on something, and that's all that matters. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and start our last sprint. So this is our cooldown sprint. So get in any last pages read, last notes made, last journal pages journaled, and I will see you on the other side. All right, everybody, that is the end of the sprint. Thank you, Laura, for the timers, as always. All righty. Yeah, so per tradition on the last sprint of the night, I always like to ask everybody to share either a favorite line that you wrote/read while we were streaming, or you can tell me one good thing that happened this week. And let's see, my one good thing was from today. Super small thing, but I went on a walk after work today and just saw the most amazing sunset. We went and walked right at sundown, and the sky was so pink. And like, it sounds bad, but I have not been on a walk at all the past like week or two. The days have just gotten so short, and it's been actually quite cold. So I kind of fell out of my routine of taking a walk after I log off of work every day. And boy, I did not realize what a negative effect that was having on me. So we went on another walk today and got back in the habit, and I feel refreshed, and I saw the sky. And I saw a little bit of sun before it departed. But I think the days are going to start getting longer here pretty soon, right? In a couple days at least. I don't remember exactly when, but I am looking forward to it. For Mars, one good thing that happened to me this week is my boyfriend and I going into the city to see the holiday light show at the Macy's. We also got lunch and went to some other stores in the city. Oh, that sounds lovely and like a really nice Christmassy time. And I'm so glad you got to see a light show. I love that. For Adam, on my last trip to the grocery store, the cashier was a friend I hadn't seen in 9 years. She just graduated university. We had a brief catch up, and it was nice. Oh my gosh, I feel like both of you are living in Hallmark movies. That's really nice. I'm glad you had that nice meeting. I don't know how to answer buffering. You can keep thinking about it. Mars just did some more journaling. Oh, that is, yeah, I really need to be working on my bullet journal. I mean, again, the thing about December is that my to-do list is like 80 million things long, but the bullet journal for 2024 is somewhere on that list. The problem is I always ask for my next bullet journal on my Christmas list, so I have to wait for Christmas to potentially receive it. And then I'm like a mad person in between Christmas and New Year's trying to get it all set up. But yeah, it was a beautiful, really pink sunset. And yeah, it was just the little things getting me through winter, you guys. I think tomorrow is a winter solstice, so the nights should get shorter after that. Hallelujah. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, we can all celebrate tomorrow the fact that winter is maybe going to start moving a little quicker. But yeah, so that was our last sprint. I like to keep the streams really quick and nice and, fast moving. So even though it wasn't a very long stream, I hope it was a nice stream. I hope you got some cozy productivity in. And thank you all so much for keeping me company while I write my book. I'm probably going to go curl up on the couch and finish it off. So yeah, I just want to wish everybody a really nice holiday season and enjoy the rest of 2023. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you all again very soon. I'll do another stream at the end of January. And hopefully videos in between then. We will just have to see. Lovely stream. So nice hanging out with you. Thank you for being here, Mars. It was nice hanging out with you. Bye, Michael, and bye, Adam. So I will see you all later.